What's up? I wasn't supposed to do this shit till tomorrow. They started texting me and shit while I was over here watching that new little Eddie Murphy movie, You People. That shit was great, man. That shit was a good ass movie, man. Nigga, I ain't never laughed so motherfucking hard in my life. But check this out, man. I was thinking, man, out of all of them people that we ain't seen out here on these streets, and I get to thinking about how weak of a female Joycelyn Savage is. So I was thinking, like, could I have I ever seen a woman that weak where your man sitting out here name getting tarnished and just fucked up for years upon years upon years upon years upon years, and you not stand by and do nothing, nothing. Like, your man is out here fighting for his motherfucking life, and you just sitting there doing nothing, like nothing. You don't call up a nigga who got hella Instagram followers, open your door. What are you talking about? You don't. How the fuck did this woman just sit over here for like 3, 4 years and you don't do shit for your man, but this nigga is in jail hustling, trying to get motherfuckers to pay your rents. Nigga, so I'm thinking, I'm like, alright, um, I'm like, now surely R. Kelly got all of this money. He got all this money, man. All this fame and notoriety. But it's some women on these YouTube streets that got more heart and they more ride or die for they nigga than Joycelyn. Y'all couldn't lock no trend up and expect my woman just to sit still. Listen, this nigga got locked up getting ready to do 30 something years to life. And we heard one weak ass interview where she couldn't have talk. And that was it. That was it. Man, we done seen. Think of this as T baby, bro. Y'all think y'all gonna do some shit to Debo and you only gonna hear from T baby one motherfucking time? Are you crazy? T baby realer than Joyce. Hollywood is realer than her. You think you could just come and take Hollywood next, nigga, and she just gonna sit right there and not say nothing for 4 years? That ain't no real black woman, man. You come on, man. You supposed to be out here riding, nigga, leading the protests. You supposed to be calling up every news station, every blogger, everything, speaking the facts of the case. But you went zero dark 30 for 3, 4 years, and the only motherfucker y'all you had a fight with was Azriel in the Trump Tower hallway. Man, listen, it's getting ready to be Valentine's Day, and this is like a woman appreciation show because when I look at it, take personal animosity or anything out of it. The women on the YouTube streets are more loyal and more dedicated to this man than his own girlfriends are. Yeah. Her name is Joycelyn, and I love her very much. We are in love. That is my fiance. Come on, man. You can't go over here take you digging me's husband and just lock him up and think she gonna be cool with that. You can't take Miss Fat husband, lock him up and think that she gonna be cool with that. So how is it that this woman is set up in her? You done got Yves Saint Laurent, BC Geechee, Jimmy Choo's, um, any of that Balmain. You done been draped in Gucci Gold, Fendi Prada, Omar Cavalli, Maki Mara. What? And you not gonna ride or die. You ain't gonna blow the roof off or nothing. You know what I'm saying? For your man, bitch. You ain't gonna even pull the Michael Jackson and strangle a baby off a balcony for your nigga. Listen, man. Listen. You think you could just come and take Sylvia, man, and she gonna go for that? Hell no. Sylvia is gonna be out here blogging your ass to death. God damn it, she gonna call a prayer meeting, a candlelight vigil, and everything. Everything. Tell her nigga get up out of jail. Tell something shake. We done had to sit through all of these bullshit lawyers. Now listen, I know niggas on YouTube thought I was a street lawyer or whatever. I'm like a prison lawyer or whatever. Niggas thought that I was a lawyer and I could represent this case better than these niggas, man. Man, we ain't seen better niggas play lawyers on Law and Order than this bullshit that we didn't see. And this supposed to be your man? This supposed to be your man, and you ain't you come on, man. This supposed to be your husband to be, and you can't call nobody to try to get this to try to make some shit shake. What type of woman is Lori Joycelyn? What type of woman is this? Come on, man. What type of woman, bro? Listen, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a woman's appreciation show. So, question, ladies. Um, if it's another woman around your man and something is off about her, you not gonna let your man know? Because see, my woman, she gonna let me know, even if it's some woman, because women got their own like Morse code that only they understand. See, all the fellas watching this, y'all know what I mean. Like, if you ever went on like a double date, or you ever went out with your woman and one of her cousins or auntie or one of her friends was there, women got the look, and they make eye contact with other women because women be speaking sign language and shit with their eyes, right? So I want to know how Nicole got past Joycelyn if she's supposed to be a real black woman. Because all the black women I know, they look at each other like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a translator. When black women be looking like this, you look at another black women be like, you know what I'm saying? They eyes be telling the whole story. Be like, did you see what that bitch got on? Did you see what she's wearing? Yes, bitch. Who wears white after Labor Day? White women, I'm sorry, I said white women. Women be having that type of language. They be having those type of conversations going on with just their eyes. So you mean to tell me Joycelyn was over here around Nicole and she ain't noticed nothing was off about this bitch? Come on, man. She ain't noticed nothing was off about this bitch? In 3 years? In 3 years? Cause see, you know what I'm saying? Even if cause number one thing I know about women is women ain't gonna give the game away. See, dudes, niggas be thirsty, man. A dude, if he get broke enough, he'll sell the game. Like, Steve Harvey with that act like a woman, think like a man. Dudes will give the game away. But women ain't gonna give no goddamn game away, man. It's against who they are as a person to give some game away. But even with that being said, she ain't have enough courage in 3.5, 4 years to tell him, because y'all know how y'all be breaking it to men, ladies. Y'all be saying, nah, babe, I don't. That ain't the one. It's something about her, because for whatever reason, women, y'all just got that code where y'all can hate a bitch, but y'all is not gonna bring a nigga all the way into girl code. It's something that women know that's wrong with another woman, but they ain't gonna tell a man what it is. They ain't finna give no secrets away. So you mean to tell me in 3.5 years, 4 years, she ain't noticed nothing was off with Nicole? Nicole's first statement in opening arguments and discussions was, "You should find my nigga guilty." Bitch, huh? Huh? And this is the nigga that he's going to find rent payments for? This is the woman where they trying to hustle rent payments for? Shit, if you ask me, that bitch owed him some money. Fuck you mean? Stop giving that funky ass rodents paper. Paying this little dusty feet bills. I digress. You got all of these. You got women out here in these YouTube streets that then fought harder in the advocacy of this man than his own girlfriends will fight. And people don't see a problem with that. When I sat here and I really thought about this today, it was like, okay, regardless of what you think about somebody individually, I gotta take my hat off, my crown off to like Dottie, um, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that girl name out of Tennessee because I don't feel like she advocating for R. Kelly for real. But Dottie, uh, T Baby, um, Texas Black Diamond, Hollywood Next, uh, you know, uh, Oh So Lovely, R.I.P. Michelle, uh, Miss Fat, You Digging Me, uh, Sylvia, uh, who am I missing? Sky Zone, um, who's some Yellow Michelle, Janet, all of them people up there in New York who came out and stood there and fought for him. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta appreciate all of the women that then came out here and then held a man down more than the girlfriends could hold him down. All you could do is go to a bus stop and wave every day. You ain't. I mean, come on now. You ain't past the Chicago Sun Times. Motherfuckers ain't past the Chicago Tribune. You don't even know a nigga who got hella YouTube followers to start putting the word out, advocacy out. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, man. When you look at how sick it is that you have had, we've had women fly from all over the country. Even people overseas, bro. People overseas was wiring payments in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had one subscriber who this the truth, man. Listen. T Baby, my girl Stephanie, Hollywood, Texas Black Diamond. And if I'm missing you, y'all can write some other names in the chat. I know a lot of people in the bushes are scared, afraid to write, but these are better women than Joycelyn. Come on, man. Do you think? Listen. I'm fuck it. If if uh if y'all gonna allow me to, I want to tell y'all a personal story tonight. Um, so this a little bit, this some town business or what have you. But with me and my girl's father, we don't really get along. What's going on, Reba Somerville, beautiful and queen? Well, listen, even one Papoose, okay? One Papoose, she came all the way down from Milwaukee because one Papoose was the one who organized the first protest, regardless of damn, Kels Turns want to say about her cornrows being janky and shit. She's the one who organized the first protest. So she a realer woman than Joycelyn can ever be. Regardless of how anybody want to feel about it, she the one who organized that protest. Debo came in and took over, but it was her first saying, let's lay it down for Kels. Okay? Let's lay it down for Kels. Real talk. So listen, I'll go back to this story, man, about me and Stephanie, right? So me and Stephanie, the way I got to selling cars or got to open up a car dealership is because my girl's daddy is a car dealer. And I'm going to speed through a lot of this story and say y'all the bullshit. He a car dealer. So I was supposed to work for him. I'm trying to flip some cars, make some little money, shit like this. So I'll sell a couple of cars. He like, yeah, man, we gotta run this money through the business. Man, when I ran that money through the business bank account, man, this nigga stole about 16 G's from me. I said, man, fuck that shit. I still had some cars up under his name and shit too. So I had to go over there and beat him and his assistant ass and take my car titles back. So this was around that time. Y'all ain't heard from me for like 2 years, man. This is what was going on. So, man, I ran up in the spot, me and one of my little partners, man. And man, we beat their ass. Took my car titles back. So we got away or whatever. So I thought, nigga, I went the car I was in. I want to don't say too much. I already been arrested for this. I already been arrested for it. Shit, it's nothing else to tell. I already been arrested for this. So, man, we go and stash the car. I hired it off at one of my little partners' cribs and shit for like 2-3 months or what have you. And I'm looking at her every night in the bed like, man, I don't know if I could trust this bitch. This his daughter. Maybe this bitch was in on the scam. So this is what I thought, man. So his assistant, that nigga got startled in a motherfucker. Because he tried to run up on me, man. My little partner hit that nigga with a Javante Davis, nigga. Knocked his ass out. That nigga flew back through 4 decks, nigga. All you heard was, Phew! And then he ran up out the spot. When he ran up out the spot, him and the assistant that was in there, they end up calling the police. But by then, I don't know. I heard all of this shit after the fact. By this time, I was long gone. Nigga had got on another highway to another highway, got the fuck on up out of Dodge. So this was like in February of that year. Around September, I'm leaving up out of my first car dealership. No, this ain't September. This is like August. No, this is September. September, I'm leaving up out of my first car dealership. And it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. So I thought I had got away with it. So I had bought this car from the auction, and the motherfucker had a blown tail light. It was a Toyota Tundra. Police pulled me over. I got my dealer plates on and whatever. I'm thinking that this shit finna go cool. He asked me for my license, give him my license, blah, blah, blah. I'm on the phone with my mama too about, I'm thinking, next thing I know, he come back, sir, can you step out the car? When they ask you to step out the car, it's like, wait a fucking minute, nigga, you getting ready to arrest me, shit. So he asked me to step out the car. Now, my logic was saying, you need to step out this car because if you swerve off, nigga, that's evading the police, that's fleeing. Nigga, that's about 4, 5 more charges if you pull off. But the gangster inside of me was saying, throw this shit in drive real quick and smash on the gas. But you know what I'm saying? I was too far I was too far outside of South St. Louis where I couldn't hit the duck offs. It's gonna be about 10 miles for me to hit all the duck offs and stuff that I know. So anyway, man, they pulled me up out the car. I wound up calling my people because, when you be cool and cordial with them, they'll let you call your people so they don't come impound the car. So I'm mad in a motherfucker because when they pull me up out the car, I'm like, man, what you want me for? They like, for robbery. Robbery? Nigga, robbery? Look, I'm playing like I don't know where this shit came from. Listen, when they said what it was, I knew exactly where the charges came from. Nigga remembers all the crimes I done committed. So they winds up locking my black ass up. When they lock my black ass up, man, I'm out in Arnold. They didn't transfer me because my warrant was in St. Louis County. So I'm over there in Arnold. They transferred me to St. Louis County and shit. Then I had another warrant out in St. Charles. So y'all know how that shit be. You got to go through about 4 municipalities and shit before you finally get out of jail. Long story short, man, I'm locked up. They come up in St. Louis County or whatever. They trying to question me for this shit. But listen, my mom and them, they went and got them niggas. Okay? They went and got them niggas. All right? They went and got Rose and Bloom and Brun Trekker. Now, those of y'all who ain't from St. Louis, y'all don't know nothing about that. But call a nigga from St. Louis, say Rose and Bloom. If they been in the streets, they know who it was. Rose and Bloom came through. He said, nigga, don't say nothing. And he a white man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But listen, me not want to be in jail totally made me tune out the nigga part in there. But when I got on the little jail monitor, he said, nigga, don't say nothing. Now, the whole time I was in the first jail, which was Arnold, Stephanie is calling these motherfuckers. I'm in jail for her daddy bullshit. She calling them motherfuckers. She's like, yeah, can I speak to Ray? Listen, I just want to say the reason you guys got him locked up in there is fucking bullshit. Fuck all y'all. This is fucking bullshit. She pulling her whole little black white girl act. She didn't call about 6 lawyers, called my mama, called the jail, called 6 more lawyers, called my mama, called another jail, called 6 more lawyers, called my mama again, called my grandmama. My grandmama died, but she still went to the bitch grave site and poured out libations to try to make her soul rise because she's calling everybody to get me the fuck out of jail. All right? Listen, she's calling that jail, calling that jail, calling that jail. She done called 6 more lawyers and 6 other lawyers after that. Real talk. Every jail I'm calling to, she's like, is he fucking alive? Is he fucking alive? Is he? Let me fucking talk to him. Let me talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, shit. I'm breathing. I'm up in here. I'm good. I'm cool. All right. But the more to the motherfucking story is, okay, I ain't the king of R&B. All right. I am not the king of R&B. I'm a fat ass nigga with some nappy ass hair that talk shit and cuss too much out of St. Louis. If my bitch can do that for me, what type of hoes is R. Kelly supposed to have? Because Joycelyn ain't it. Man, listen. The second day I would have been in jail with no motherfucking answers and not the right lawyers, Stephanie would have walked in that motherfucker, fired everybody. Everybody. On my motherfucking life. She would have came up in that bitch. Bitch, you gotta go, and you gotta go. Why is this nigga not out shit? You feel me? I got one of them black girls that grew up rich, okay? She like, no, this is fucking bullshit. Right? Because her daddy who stole all of the money, you know, he raised their ass over there on that side of town where all the lawyers and shit where all the lawyers and shit live at. So on everything that I love, the second day I would have been in motherfucking jail with no answers, she would be like, this is bullshit. I went to school with Scott's daughter. Let me send Margaret a Facebook message. Stephanie would have got motherfucking answers. How the fuck Rob stay locked up for 3 years? This bitch Joycelyn ain't went to no bitch. You over there, bitch. You had all of these choices of cars to pull up on a nigga with and get some answers. This motherfucker could have took the Aaliyah, his and hers Jeep. She could have took the Sprinter. She could have took the motorcycle from When the Woman's Fed Up video. They could have took the little old ass little low buggy ride car over there. The bitch could have got a bird, a moped, a go-kart. She could have goddamn got one of the Game of Thrones dragons and flew on a dragon back over to the lawyer's office to find out why the fuck her nigga was still in jail. Is her woman vision off? I know she can't have no good pussy, man. I swear she can't have no good pussy. Because good pussy got a you know what I'm saying? Good pussy got a crystal ball in it, god damn it. All right. Good pussy got a crystal ball in it. And that crystal ball be inside of a woman marinating. The coochie juice tell her so that bitch is evil. Joycelyn couldn't summon her inner coochie juice to tell her Nicole Blaine Becker ain't it. Come on, man. How you let your nigga go to trial with a nigga named Farinella? Come on, man. That nigga sound like the little tattletale boy that used to be on that TV show Recess. Farinella. What was the little boy off that TV show Recess? Used to come on back in the day. That nigga sound like a lame ass nigga off Leave It to Beaver. You go to jail with a nigga named Farinella? Huh? Huh? Nigga, Farinella sound too close to vanilla. And you know what niggas hate? vanilla ice. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. But anyway, back to my story. So this girl done called every damn jail to get him out. But that wasn't it. Maybe 4 months earlier, we were out somewhere, man. We was going to take the kids out for some Mexican food or whatever. I called my brother baby mama, told her, hey, bring him up to Los Fuentes. Man, y'all know a nigga can't be pronouncing them Spanish words and shit, right? Well, I think it's called Las Fuentes. You feel me? A little Mexican joint up here on Lindbergh. So I was doing good, man. Y'all listen, all the real niggas know how it is when you rolling on bad plates. When you riding on bad plates. See, a nigga got dealer plates now. But before I had dealer plates, nigga be riding on some bad tags. And you good, long as them police do not get behind you. So, man, we was coming from somewhere. I'm following Stephanie. And when, you be driving too fast. Sometimes you driving too fast. You driving too fast to pay attention to what's going on around you. So I done drove so fast that I done drove right past a state trooper. And I noticed the nigga as soon as I was passing. I'm like, God damn, motherfucker, I ain't let this, I ain't got in front of this nigga knowing my tag's bad. You feel me? I'm a staunch atheist, nigga, but I ain't never called on Jesus so many times as I did that day. And so I'm getting off the highway ramp, and as I'm getting off on the highway ramp, man, hit that brake quick than a motherfucker. You better know it. Shit, hit that brake quick as hell. So, getting off the highway ramp, them you know what I'm saying? Listen, them chickens that flew the coop behind me. So I get off. The fuck is that? Oh, that's the drain cycle on the washing machine. I'm like, what the fuck is that? All right, so anyway, them troopers get behind me. So I try to cut over. Like, shit. I try to cut over last minute. When I cut over, that nigga, he got behind me for a little bit. I said, motherfucker. So we leaving the exit. We going all the way down the street. And when we going down the street, he done pulled me over. Whoop, whoop. Man, nah, Sonny B, cause listen, that nigga, he had to run the place for a little minute. He ain't arrest me immediately. He didn't arrest me immediately. Like, man, we maybe drove for about 4-5 blocks. After that, when he finally pulled me over, it wasn't like the last time I got locked up. Last time I could have hit that gas, got up out of there. But we on one of these like main intersections. I'm like, fuck, I already know what it is. Stephanie over there, she done swerved up into the pawn shop parking lot. She looking at that shit from across the street. She calling my phone. She like, what the fuck is going on? This girl done got out of her car and told the police in the middle of Lindbergh Boulevard, man, y'all fucking full of shit. This is bullshit. You know this is bullshit. He's not the only one driving on expired tags, okay? He's not the only one who has expired tags. All right? Everybody around here has fucking tags that say June of 2015. I think it was like 2021 when all this shit was going on. Like, you guys are singling him out. You're fucking racist bigots, and I want you to know that. Now, her place is bad too. You feel me? Her place was expired in a motherfucker too, which is like, I'm like, damn, girl, you gotta let that black white girl and shit inside of you go. You gotta let that shit go. Cause both of us gonna be locked up in this motherfucker in a minute, bitch. Go, keep going. Cause you know she had the kids. Nigga told on everybody. Everybody. Nigga, she had the kids in the car with her. Cause you know, if you got kids in the car with you, they don't be trying to lock you up or whatever. Cause then you gotta wait, you gotta do too much waiting around. It should take all day. She had the kids in the car with her. Now that she done had the kids in the car with her, she is trying to find out where they sent me to. Now this time that I get locked up, shit, I got locked up. I got locked up. I think I had to go to St. Charles. So man, I got arrested in St. Charles like 2 separate times. Cause I had some old shit, man, from way back in the day. I had to end up paying this shit off. So by the time I had got arrested for that robbery, that shit was still sitting out there in the system, but I had already paid for it, so they let me go. You know, but listen, nigga, when I think I got locked up by State Patrol, and State Patrol took me out to St. Charles. They arrested me and took me out to St. Charles. Yup, this was like in the springtime, right when it was getting ready to get warm. So, but she kept calling the police station like, "Is he there?" And they keep telling me, they're like, "Wilkins, somebody keeps calling for you. Would you let your freaking girlfriend know that you're all right?" Nope. Hell nah. I'm not all right in this motherfucker. Bitch called Al Sharpton, called Benjamin Crump with his thick tongue ass. Bitch called Jesse Jackson, call everybody. Called Mike Jones from down there at Friendly Temple. Bitch called everybody. What? Listen. The state troopers don't have a holding cell because they belong to the state. So them niggas don't have no jurisdiction. Like when you get pulled over by your regular police people, they got like jurisdictions they gotta stay in. The state patrol can go all over the state. Like if you ask me, would I rather get a ticket in a municipality than by the state patrol? Hell yeah. Cause if you get pulled over in that municipality, it ain't like within 10, 15 minutes. Most police officers, they ain't gonna come pick you up. In them municipalities, especially out here in St. Louis, they ain't coming to get your ass. So you get released of your own recognizance. Okay? You get released of your own recognizance. Now, those of y'all who ain't never been to jail before, y'all may not know what that means. But release of your own recognizance, oh, nigga, that shit is like Sunny Delight to Project Kids, nigga. It's the shit. Real talk. But the moral of my story is, my gear would have never allowed none of this shit to happen. Nigga, this nigga recorded a motherfucking song called The Greatest Sex. If the greatest sex don't get you a bitch that ain't finna let you sit in jail for 4 motherfucking years, bro, you doing something wrong. Cause half the time, I don't even be giving this bitch that good dick. Shit, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Shit. Woo! Pop these Viagra's right here. Pop these Viagra's. Hard, you hear me? You feel me? You get these right here. These right here. All right? Listen. Roger been hitting up with some Viagra dick, dog, because whatever he was giving her, it wasn't this. Now, some of y'all niggas don't know what this is. This Viagra started off as a pill like this. But niggas who know how to use it, man, y'all be cheating, nigga, and you gotta bust this shit down to these. Okay? This is the 100 milligram Viagra. Now, if you take this, you fuck around and get a heart attack, nigga. You don't need 100 milligrams of Viagra. Your ass ain't gonna be able to go to sleep. You cut that shit down into these, nigga, this is 25 milligrams. Nigga, that's gonna give you enough to knock that bitch shit loose. Just enough that she gonna call the police, gonna call the police station and check in on you, all right? If you give her that whole 100, nigga, that bitch is gonna fuck around. She'll fuck around and get a bulldozer and drive into the side of the prison. And you hit that bitch with the whole milligram. The whole 100 milligrams. You feel me? You gotta cut that shit into fours, man. You gotta cut. That's the moral to the story. But listen, do y'all think that any of the other women of YouTube would allow some shit like this to go down and they don't say nothing? Do y'all think Larry wife Janine would let Larry just be sitting in jail for 4 years? Do y'all think that shit would happen like that? Whatever hold Janine got on that nigga Larry told those 6 niggas that nigga got 2 GEDs and associates. Goddamn it, he was the leader of the book club and the debate team in prison to get that nigga's time reduced to get the fuck up out of jail. Nigga, that's what Janine do to a nigga. You feel me? Y'all know that Janine made some calls to get that nigga Larry out. She more of a rider than these bitches Rob got, man. She more of a rider than the bitches Rob had. Come on, man. Come on, dog. When y'all got cut, listen. Y'all aunties who had boyfriends and husbands that was in jail and did long ass bids, it's because they pussy wasn't good. Dirt. Fuck it. It's after 11 o'clock for most people. It's time for y'all to grow up. The pussy wasn't good. It was trash. Good pussy. A nigga getting home today. A nigga getting home today because it's something in this these new age niggas called being a real nigga. No. Good pussy will make a nigga snitch to get home. Nigga, fuck all that. Good pussy make a nigga snitch to come home. Did y'all see Gunna? Did y'all see Gunna? Listen, when you ain't got shit better to do, go back and look at that video of Gunna getting released from jail. And look at that bitch that was standing outside the jail waiting on this nigga. That bitch was bad, dog. That bitch was colder than polar bear sex. That bitch was cold. Good pussy make you snitch to come home. Fuck, I'm finna pull it up to show y'all niggas. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
The deal that set Gunna.
Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Damn. Look at this, man. Look at this bitch he come up out of jail with. Look at this. Hold on.
The deal that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge racketeering case.
Y'all see that bitch?
Rapper Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors and walked out of the Fulton County Jail late this afternoon. Now,
look at this
have
bitch.
To stand trial early next year. The deal that set Gunna free, a major development
look at that bitch.
In a huge racketeering case. The Atlanta-born rapper Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, made.
She has some good pussy, man. Y'all, we grown. Fuck it, we gotta face it. Good pussy make a nigga snitch to come home. Now listen, I got lawyers, motherfucker. I ain't snitch. But good pussy make a nigga snitch to come home. Y'all about to be sending rent donations and rent payments and all of that for a nigga to come home to a bitch with bad pussy, man. For real? Nah, bro. That ain't it. That ain't the one. But this is a woman's appreciation show. So y'all drop the names in the chat. Those of y'all who ain't afraid to be seen in the chat. Y'all drop the names in the chat of all of the ladies that's been out here representing, holding it down harder than Joycelyn. Joycelyn. I keep calling her Joycelyn. But Joycelyn. Because when motherfuckers are sitting over here reaping the rewards and shit of acting like you was a real legit woman that's been there since day one, um, this shit is ridiculous, man. I done seen um folks put up money. How you supposed to be this woman's fiance and he got two sisters that he just met 3 months ago riding harder than you? Listen, Lisa Cassandra popped out like a bad episode of Law and Order or something, man. Nigga, they had to write a backstory up in this motherfucker. Nigga, how did you let motherfuckers create a fake backstory? help those. They say, truth be told, Old Cole been repping Joy better than herself. For real. That's real shit. Listen, people that had time to write a fake backstory and come into this advocacy than the chick that's supposed to be the wife or the wife to be who been around since forever. What type of shit is that? Motherfuckers done popped up with pictures. Hey, his mama was creeping with my daddy. That's my brother. Fuck it. Don't ask too many questions. They riding hard. Nigga, they listen. The the newspaper can't even confirm whether or not they the sisters or not. Hey, they be saying it if y'all listen to the news closely. Hey, these women who claim to be R. Kelly's sisters are saying that what happened to him is a travesty and it's a total breach of the U.S. Constitution. We will be live at 8. What's going on, Dipped in Chocolate? I ain't saw you in a month of Sunday. Yeah, shit. The dreads is popping. Shit, I done paid a whole $130. Damn, Oko adopted Joy as his nieces. They sure did. Jay would have gave her the bread just to know she's okay. But I'm saying, out of all of the ladies out here in the YouTube streets, shit, I'ma keep it real. Some of these niggas. Now listen, I ain't gonna drop no names, man, because that's gonna be too messy. But those of y'all who be talking to me on the phone, man, y'all know the niggas I be talking. Y'all know the niggas. Y'all know the niggas that's a little too overly involved, nigga. The male R. Kelly groupies. They fight harder for this nigga than the women do. Dottie. No, I mean, listen. Dottie ride hard for kills. I even if Julius Durrington don't like her and shit, she ride hard for kills. Sylvia need an honorary auntie badge. She may lie, but she be in court. Man, I ain't finna start with help those, man. Listen, man. I, I'm keeping it real, man. Have y'all, man, y'all ain't never, the people who be like, man, I'm playing, y'all ain't been to none of the protests with these niggas. These niggas be out here screaming higher pitch and louder than the females. These niggas be like, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. These niggas be out here screaming, screaming, screaming. Some of these niggas be out here free R. Kelly. These niggas be out here screaming harder than the women. This girl is standing, it need her rent paid. Bitch, in the time this nigga been in jail, this bitch could have completed a whole bachelor's degree program, start to finish. Think about that. If she had any hustle in her, like any hustle in her, all of the money that this nigga done paid in rent since he been in jail, that nigga could have paid for her to get a whole bachelor's degree. Nigga, this bitch could have completed a whole pre-med course in a time since R. Kelly been in jail. And then if you date all the way back from when he first met her, this bitch could have went through a whole pharmacy program. 7, 8 years of college. She could have been a whole doctor. Think about this. Dr. Joycelyn Savage. That you notice how that would change the narrative. Just think about that. If you take the time that she met R. Kelly and look at Nene, but you was once screaming either you a hypocrite or a hater. I don't even respond to that. But listen, we ain't even honoring the negativity over here. Debo and T Baby had door prizes. Nah, man, you gotta give Debo and T Baby they flowers because because without their effort, they really how can I put this? They really did the leg work to jumpstart the advocacy, like the boots on the ground advocacy that created a greater outreach that took it out to the masses. Debo and T Baby did that. You know, it might have been started off by one Papoose, but Debo and T Baby are really the ones who did a lot of that leg work to bring it together because um you know, having a rally, having a protest, and having it be effective, it takes a lot of leg work to do that. We had people that called the police department, got police escorts, all of that stuff. They had to do that, man. And so, like, when you really see folks out here that are talking about talking about Debo, you know, and Graham, man, he ain't innocent in all of it. But when you see folks out here who saying something negatively about the dude, and they keep on going on with it, then you know that they not real people if you keep it at 100. Because with folks, especially with black people, you gotta take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth of it. You gotta take the good with the bad. Uh, as well. But with Debo, um, I remember being out there at the Chicago protest, and we was over there. We was we was getting ready to go marching, and shit, he was just calm. You know what I'm saying? He just calm. Then then this nigga come out of nowhere. Hold on, I'll get to that in a minute. This nigga comes out of nowhere. He be like, and nigga, the shit was cinematic than a motherfucker. So, look, hold on, I'm finna take y'all through this shit. When you nigga first, I meet Debo, man. We driving to Chicago, meet him on a Friday night. We kick it to 2, 3 in the morning on the other side of the Chicago River from the Trump Tower. Stay out there till damn near 4 in the morning. We get up the next morning by like 9, 10 o'clock to go protest and go marching and stuff. And when we get up that next morning, we all meet over there at the art museum, I think it's called, man. It take everybody about 30, 40 minutes to all get collected. Debo show up, man, they pull up and you know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's getting ready to come out this. You don't know you you don't you know what I'm saying? When greatness and shit is getting ready to happen, you don't even quite be ready for this shit because it ain't something that you thinking about. It's something that you think about. Uh, it's something that you think about. Somebody get Nene up out of here for real. Um, but anyway, Debo, man, we all sitting over here and we going through the motions. Then Debo, that nigga's neck turns, and we like, yeah, we ready. Man, this nigga take off walking. That nigga Debo be mobbing. In St. Louis, that's a term we use for a nigga who be walking hella fast. Like you ever drive past a nigga, you know what I'm saying? You go into the store and the store is like say the store is like say the store is like 3.5 miles down the street. Like it's like a little Walgreens, a little pharmacy. And then the same nigga you saw 3 miles ago, by the time you get out the Walgreens you was in for 15 minutes, that same nigga come walking past you. That's how fucking fast Debo walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of shape like a motherfucker. Man, I'm trying to follow behind this nigga Debo. And this nigga then grabbed the little loudspeaker, and this nigga say, um, he said, where's the justice? Where's the due process? One man ain't no enterprise. The government need to quit. The government need to stop telling lies. I'm like, nigga, I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Cause I be studying history and shit. I'm like, nigga, is this nigga, is this nigga the new Malcolm and shit? This is what's going through my mind. And I'm like, nah, this nigga smokes like weed to be Malcolm. But nigga, in the moment though, nigga, I'm like, damn, is this nigga Malcolm? Nigga, I felt like I was over in that bitch, nigga. I felt like, nigga, we was in Selma, nigga, marching with Dr. King and shit. Nigga, listen, niggas be joking about this shit on the internet now, but that's now, nigga. During the time, nigga, I don't know where Debo came up with that shit at. It's probably T Baby, nigga. It's probably T Baby. T Baby probably came up with it and Debo just stole it. But this nigga, that nigga hit one look like this, start mobbing, walking fast as hell with the loudspeaker. One man ain't no enterprise. Government needs to start telling lies. Where was the parents? Nigga, white folks, man, nigga, it's a mob of niggas. It's a mob of niggas marching through downtown Chicago. And nigga, this ain't old school downtown Chicago. This is gentrified modern day, today in time Chicago. Man, this shit is gentrified as hell. You know it's gentrified whenever you see a small ass table standing out on the curb where niggas like to eat outside. That's white people shit. That's white people shit. Black people don't like eating outside unless it's a barbecue or a picnic. And black folks don't have picnics. Black folks have barbecues. All right. But we out there, these niggas got all these little tables and shit sitting on the curb. Then they say, uh, one man ain't no enterprise. The government needs to stop telling lies. He like, man, uh, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like people, when this man say I come before R. Kelly, uh, people be mad at him, and I think that folks need to let that shit go. Yeah, I fuck it. I said it. But people need to let that shit go. Y'all need to let bygones be bygones. Because I heard this man with my own two ears walk up to the whitest of white people. The whitest of white people. And he say, uh, uh, he said, he's been denied bond. Um, he like, sir, do you know about the advocacy and the injustice of what they did to R. Kelly? Man, we walking past a little Target, and y'all know how they be having these like concept stores downtown where you have it'd be a regular store like Target, but since it's downtown in the metropolitan, that should have all glass windows and it'll look hella cold from the outside. Man, we walking past one of them little Targets, or I don't know if it's a Walgreens or something downtown. This nigga Debo is shouting through the glass to the niggas inside the store. These white people startled than a motherfucker. This nigga's like, it was an injustice done against R. Kelly. They have violated his rights, denied him due process. He did not get the right to face his accusers. You know, it's an injustice. And should you be on the jury, you need to vote to find R. Kelly not guilty. And y'all mean to tell me this nigga rolled harder than Joycelyn? When he say I come before R. Kelly, a lot of the people, the fake ass cousins and all of that, who have a whole lot to say, um, we ain't see them do shit. We ain't see them and they woman do shit. I can't tell you what I heard. I ain't speaking on hearsay. I'm speaking on some shit I seen with my own two eyes. Yeah, he did. He did this lifetime with the on the megaphone. Where was the parents waiting on the motherfucking lifetime check? Nigga, let me tell y'all about this nigga Debo. Debo say, would you allow your kids to go over a man's house, a grown man's house, and you don't call to see, you don't go, would you let your kids go over there? And you don't go and check up on. He was out there. This nigga was out there petitioning people, nigga, for 3 days straight. People talk about them party buses, but um, I don't, that's what's up. Um, People talk about them party buses, but what they don't talk about is like I don't care what folks feel like happened on a party bus. We grown as hell, bro. After you get out there and you advocate for somebody who's accused of being a child molester, if a motherfucker want to smoke pop a pill, smoke a blunt, fuck a bitch after you done got finished doing all of that. You grown, motherfucker. That's your right to do what the fuck you want to do. But the thing of it is that you get a bunch of people who become overly critical, but they overly critical about the workers, but don't want to do the work. And a lot of the YouTube fake supporters are like that. Not the real supporters, but the fake supporters. They be overly critical about the workers, but don't want to do none of the work. You know, and that's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk, man. And so, you know, after you done did all of that walking and you know, man, because those are some long ass walks. After you done did all of that walking, if you want to go over there, have some fun and do whatever, man, you go have some fun. If you want to go play this, because the main people who be advocating and talking shit about those party buses be people who say they was advocating, and I ain't gonna call no names out, but y'all know who we talking about. People who say that they were advocating, you never seen them come out. You never seen them show up to a court date, but they can screenshot and make all of the little bullshit collages and take their funky ass over on Patreon and run away from people who talking real shit. The and people that be singing the man's songs with an uncontrolled vibrato and shit. They be the main ones. Now people people be talking about that walk was exactly. The walk was 9 miles that whole day. 9 miles that whole day. And the people don't talk about, they don't talk about the money that was spent to rent out Grant Park. They don't talk about the money for charcoal. They don't talk about the fact that the man was paying for people parking. Um, they don't talk about all of that, man. Anybody who ever had a family reunion, had anybody who's ever hosted a family reunion, y'all know how difficult it is to host something. Y'all don't know how difficult it is to host something. These folks was hosting these things. And one of the things is that I got respect for a motherfucker who is gonna stand on it when they by themselves the same way that they stand on it when they with a group of niggas. Because if anybody will ever tell you about me, man, the same type of shit I be on when I'm with my clique is the same type of shit I'm gonna be on my dolo. And that's the truth. It's the same type of shit I'm gonna be on my dolo. Real talk. And so I seen pictures with this dude Debo, nigga 1-2 deep, him and T-Bay out here mobbing support. So how is it that his bond with his woman is tighter than Rob's bond with his fiance? Think about this. This man, he would have never been in none of this mess if his ex-wife was not in Surviving R. Kelly. Drea or Drea being in Surviving R. Kelly Part 1 is what gave the documentary credibility. And she's somebody that divorced the man back in the day. She got like $1 million divorce settlement. Okay, she got $1 million divorce settlement. I'm gonna tell you about the type of women that this man picked. This woman got $1 million divorce settlement, and moved into a house that was $332,000. That's how much the house cost. And winded up getting the house foreclosed on like 2 years later. You got $1 million. You buy a house that cost 330 something thousand. 332,000. And you wind up getting foreclosed on. Listen, people, if you ever have $1 million, you always buy a house outright. Okay, if you don't buy anything else, buy a house outright. Because worst case scenario, you can put the house up and get a line of credit for damn near worth every single penny that the house is worth. And when you own it free and clear, that shit is like an unlimited credit card. But this woman got $1 million divorce settlement, bought a house that was worth 330,000, and winded up getting the foreclosure on a damn thing 2 years later. And she's the one that gave this man's credence. She the one that gave the documentary credence when it went to Lifetime. Then he picked a girl who daddy got an S curl that don't drip. Tim got the driest S curl of all time. And these people went out here and sold the American public the same damn TV show for 4 different installments of the same damn story. And this is the this is the women that this nigga likes. Why you gonna pay their rent? Why would anybody ever contribute to pay their rent? If they add suffering, maybe it's a sign. What's that song from the Color Purple? Can't sleep at night, and you wonder why. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Nigga marching to the church. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Then the song speed up. Trying. Yeah. They up in their hella amp. If the bit listen, this girl, I'm gonna take it back to my earlier thing that I was saying. From the time that she met to the time that he got convicted, if she had any common sense, and I want y'all to tie this into what Debo was saying, because Debo got a little bit of that Malcolm in it. Niggas don't want to give him credit for it, but he got a little bit of that Malcolm in him because the shit he be saying, it be deep as hell. It be simple than a motherfucker, but it be deep. You know what I'm saying? It be deep as hell. From the time that they started fucking around with R. Kelly, they getting cashed out $5,000-$10,000 at a time. They can go wherever they want to. Your only job is you gotta fuck this nigga, give him a little head every now and then. Cause they be talking about all these wild sexual escapades. That nigga couldn't fuck them bitches like that every day no more. Get the fuck up out of here. Unless he was on some of these. All right, if he was on some of those, he could have fucked them every day. But if he wasn't on none of those, he couldn't fuck them every day. But back to my story. If they had any level of hustle in them, they could have went through a whole medical degree program from the time they met the man to the time he went to trial. And they could have completed a whole degree program on a man's money. Think about Think about this. If he is engaged to Dr. Joycelyn Savage Kelly, and what's going on, Nisha Mitchell? If he's engaged to Dr. Joycelyn Savage Kelly when he goes to trial, do y'all think that that would have helped change the perception of him to some of the jurors? Because it's easy to explain away Drea. Drea ugly as hell anyway. But if these girls had any level of hustle in them, do y'all think that it would have made a difference if he was engaged to uh senior, you know what I'm saying, senior VP, or you know, shit, a civil engineer? Okay, because when I don't know what the hell Bill Cosby wife do, but Bill Cosby wife wasn't even as weak as these young bitches are. I mean, uh 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 damn, somebody dropped Bill Cosby wife name in the chat. I done forgot it. No, Camille. I figured it out. Camille. Do y'all think Camille would have just sat back and let niggas do this shit to Bill? Camille got that motherfucking Winnie Mandela in her. You feel me? Matter of fact, Matter of fact, all of the strong black women, shit, I'm gonna stop calling y'all strong black women. I'm gonna call y'all Winnie Mandelas. God damn it. Winnie Mandela, that's my female hero. Gucci Man, why he flipped his money, right? Camille was out there getting down. She say, first off, I know Bill was fucking them raggedy assholes giving back in the day. But these bitches, they lying on my husband. They lying on him. Bill ain't never did shit but give back to the black community. You know, these hoes, they after money and fame. Bill is a player. That's the type of player shit he do. But I ain't turning my back on my nigga. What? What's the chick name? Her name is Nicole something. Damn, I didn't forgot the lady's name. Her name is Nicole. She got the YouTube show. It get a lot of views. His name is something Nicole. Camille came on the Nicole Girl show and was like, first off, this hoe was around back in the 70s. She tried that shit. It got kicked out of court. Man, Camille summons the spirit of Winnie Mandela in that bitch. She summoned the powers of Winnie Mandela and went to war over that shit. She went to war for it. These girls, man, went none of them in a community college. Them hoes just sitting over there sucking dick. Ain't nobody go to an online college. Nobody thought to go to an online college. Some of y'all getting the playback of this show. Y'all commenting on stuff that happened hellas ago. Nobody thought to go to a community college. Nobody thought to get no online courses. These girls could have went to school for they could have went to school for accounting, finished school, and then got a CPA license with all online courses. So you know how different it would have been if he would have been showing up to court Go over to the right page, dipped in chocolate. Go over to the right page. Somebody dropped the link in the chat for one of the other pages for the page with the blue logo. Go over to that's probably where everybody else is chatting at. But think about it like this. What if he would have showed up at court married to Sister Nicole's view? Okay. What if he would have showed up to court and you were engaged to Joycelyn Savage, CPA Joycelyn Savage? She has an accounting firm downtown. Listen, you could have had an accounting firm that you running up outside of the damn apartment that he's paying rent on. So I gotta agree with Debo. Where was the parents? That ain't something Rob is supposed to teach them. That's something they mothers and fathers are supposed to teach them. But ain't nobody think to none of these girls thought to get any type of degree program. They could have been some MBAs. Think about the girl Dominique. Dominique was there for 10 years. And all of these people talking about, oh, well, they talking about, well, um, I just want him to get help. How you gonna want him to get help, but you ain't helping yourself? You can't help on nobody when you ain't helping yourself out. Okay, you got a bunch of black parents running to white producers on white networks complaining about a black man. Oh, well, we'll call them and they'll go missing. They'll stop answering the phone. So this man's digmatism is stronger than your parenting. Nah, bro. I ain't even gotta be physically present. When my daughter hear my voice, she knows shut the fuck up and do what daddy says now. And that's the relationship I have with my own kids. And so when you really think about how deep it was when Debo, aka Baby Malcolm, said, where was the parents? Waiting on a motherfucking lifetime check. It was simple, but the shit was profound because them lifetime checks is only like $1,000. And when you look at what all of this fake advocacy and how they have benefited from it, none of them really got much out of the deal, but maybe a couple $1,000 here, couple $1,000 there. But they didn't blow up and they didn't have the effect that they wanted to have. They didn't have the effect that they wanted to have. The parents was waiting on a lifetime check. And it's, if your parents are cool with you being molested, so long as they are getting paid for it. If your mother and your father allow you to get molested or touched or fucked, so long as they getting paid for it, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, they could have been in the studio laying tracks down. But let me tell you something. Be pretty. And I'm gonna summons up the spirit of my grandmama when I say this. Ain't nothing in the world worse than a flatback hoe. Even if you into hoes, the worst type of hoe to get is a flatback hoe. Cause all a flatback hoe know how to do is sell coochie to get from point A to point B. And when you look at these flatback hoes, these a flatback bitch don't realize her time has come and gone. I used to be the king of the strip club. I done kind of chilled out. When I first came onto YouTube, I was the king of the strip club and shit. I got kids and shit now. I got, my life didn't change all the way up. But I used to know a bunch of flatback hoes. And you see one consistent thing out of flatback bitches. The flatback hoes, they don't have any concept of time because a flatback hoe is so drowned in their own egotism. Let's just say they're so egotistical. I'll put it like that. Flatback hoes are so egotistical that they can't realize life is changing because it's still somebody who's paying to lay up with you. And you don't realize, a flatback hoe don't realize shit. When back when I first got in the game, when I was 17, 18, I can probably hit niggas for $1,000, $800 a head. They still be hoeing and they 50 something. And when they started off making $800, as time been going on, they done got in their 40s and 50s. They wound up start fucking for $40 and $20 and $10 because all that a flatback hoe know how to do is lay flat on her back. That's different than a boss bitch. You know what I'm saying? Or different than other types of hoes out there. These girls are flatbackers. All they know how to do is lay down and wait for blessings to come off of being flat on their back. That's it. They a bunch of flatback hoes. But none of them, none of them thought to go to school, get anything. You got exposure to a bunch of rich people by virtue of the fact of who this man is and the type of weight that's on this man's name. You supposed to be that made contacts and alliances and shit like that. You supposed to be that made contacts and shit. You ain't did that yet. Something's off. Something is definitely off. So when I really try to sum all of this stuff up, and I really just sit here and pontificate. You feel me? Because a nigga just bought a Ti thesaurus in this bitch. All right, when I expeditiously arouse my rear and pontification is upon my hippocampus. I wonder, shit, we just say it plainly. I wonder, why is it that these girls are still around? Like a nigga is the dude probably do need some serious psychological help, like real talk, because A nigga lost it all for a bitch that thinks on a fourth grade level. Have y'all ever heard one of this girl's interviews? Have y'all ever heard her talk? It's not the brightest crayon in the box. Not the brightest crayon in the box at all. We have had so many people. We had so many arguments. When I look at everything, I look at women like Tory Love. Tory Love would cuss a whole football team of niggas out if some shit ain't going right. You got all of these Winnie Mandelas around here, and Joycelyn. I'm gonna tell y'all this who Joycelyn is. If y'all seen that Tyler Perry movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, drop a one in the chat. If you seen the Tyler Perry movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, drop a one in the chat. I'm gonna tell you who Joycelyn is. Remember in that movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, when Charles Black ass uh divorced Kimberly Elise's character before she got with the light skinned nigga with the nappy ass braids and more. You know that little Puerto Rican chick that that Charles had all them little side babies with, had the little family with. That's who Joycelyn is. Not the woman that help you get to the fame, but the woman that help you fuck it up and drive you straight to paralysis. You know what I'm saying? Paralysis. The woman that help you fuck it up and drive you straight to paralysis. That's who Joycelyn is. That's who she is, man. Anytime I'm in love, she's my heart. No, nigga, she's your infection. You are sick, brother. You are sick. Oh, I love her with all my heart. No, nigga, you have an infection. Nigga, you are ill. You are ill. Okay? Okay? When he's saying this, he is ill. This nigga is ill. He's sick. He's sick. All right? He is sick. Don't send no money for Joycelyn's rent. Send money for Rob's prescriptions. The man is sick. He's sick as hell. They are infections. Azriel, infection. Haley, infection. Dominique, infection. Rashana Lanford, infection. Summer Bunny, infection. The white girl and the other white girl and all of them, they are infections. They are all infections. The man is clearly sick, man. He's sick. You can't have all of these strong Winnie Mandelas out here on the YouTube streets that's gonna go harder than the woman that you ate that you done got that it ate from the fruits of your table. How is it that some women you never met on a personal level can go harder than the woman that's been sitting up, nigga, sucking up your air conditioner, breathing your air, getting drunk off of your Michelob Ultras? That shit is sick. It's chaos. It's chaos. That is not, listen, That's not humanly normal. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how abnormal this behavior is. I ain't no doctor or nothing, but let me just tell you how abnormal this stuff is. These women sit up in a penthouse, surrounded by several colleges in downtown Chicago. If you go on the cheap end, you can go to Columbia. You want to go on a higher end, you can go to DePaul or Rush, Loyola, Northern Illinois. You surrounded by a litany of colleges. Nobody looks at self advancement, self improvement. All of these females think that advancement is, well, when I started off here, I was just getting my shoes from Nordstrom. But now I got Jimmy Choo's. That's the only type of self-improvement that you done made inside of 4 5 years. Where were the parents? What is your home training? You might stumble off the path. See, when you are a real parent, your children might stumble off of the path, but they never gonna lose their way. Okay, we over here looking at a bunch of young women who completely lost their whole way. That there is no situation you can be put in when you have good parenting to where a child will lose their way. They may stumble off of the path, meaning your kids may not abide by everything that you taught them as an effective parent, but they ain't gonna completely lose their way. When we look at Ashria, when we look at Joycelyn, when we look at Faith, when we look at Aaliyah's parents, one by one, even Stephanie Lugo. Okay, your daughter slipped up and or she got curious one day, wanted to go have sex with an older man, so she went. That could happen to anybody. She went back a second time. First time, shit, it might rock your world. Second time, you want to go back and test fire again just to see if it's hot. So we'll give anybody the first 2 times, but to keep going back and back and back and back and back, no, 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 no. That's parenting, okay? That's parenting. So we done sat up in here over the last 3 4 years and watched a minstrel show because make no and ifs or buts about it. Surviving R. Kelly was not a documentary; it was a black minstrel show. It was a black minstrel show, and I'm gonna show you how. You had, as a black community, we are deep rooted all throughout this world. Black people are the first people to circumnavigate the globe. When you get to talking about black people, we are deep. We inhabited every place on earth. Black people went all the way up into Europe and all the way through into Ireland, into all of that. Created the concept of the leprechauns. Um, they inhabited Egypt. They inhabited Asia. Created China. Created Japan. They inhabited India. Inhabited Australia, that The pharaohs of the 18th and 19th dynasty came over to America. It's traces of the 18th dynasty of Egypt all throughout the Mississippi River, because the Mississippi River is just a line, same way as the Nile River over in Africa. So that is who black people are as a people. And it's powerful. So to see us go from power, even through the 60s and 70s, you had Malcolm, you had Martin. In the late 80s and 90s, you had Bill Cosby, his wife Camille, you had brother Khalid Muhammad, you had Louis Farrakhan, sparked the Nation of Islam back up when they were trying to go to Sunni Muslim. You had you had A Trap Brown, man. You had the Panthers in the 70s, man. You had all of this history of power, and then we had to sit up in here and watch a minstrel show with these black parents that come on looking ashy as hell, complaining about a black man that lived, a black man then mysteriously raped, kidnapped, and took my daughter. And when you go back and you look at Survivor R. Kelly, look at how much these people are bucking their eyes and shit. They came up in that shit. They came up in that bitch dressed like Fat Albert and friends. Go back and look at Survivor R. Kelly Part 1. Those of y'all who old enough to remember Fat Albert and Friends, go back and look at Fat Albert and Friends. Then look at Survivor R. Kelly Part 1. They come in there ashy as hell, sloppy dress, looking like Oscar the Grouch and shit. Man, this big bad wolf then took my daughter and blew my house right down. These mush mouth ass niggas. And I said mush mouth, or Joycelyn Savage. They came up in there. This was a black minstrel show. This shit was embarrassing. It's embarrassing. White folks ain't convict him. It was the niggas. It was the niggas that convicted this man. When you have these mushmouth parents, you have think about this. Tawana Burke is the spokesperson for feminism, right? She the spokesperson for the Me Too movement. And this is a woman whose claim to fame is saying, I don't want no man to sexually assault me. Now, those of y'all who don't know, who really ain't never got a chance to hang around a lot of white people, y'all don't know, man. White people love inside jokes. And that has to be one of the coldest inside jokes to white folks ever. That they took this big Leslie Jones, Andre the Giant, hunchback looking bitch with this Forrest Whitaker eye. This bitch got the Forrest Whitaker eye. She got a Michael Jackson nose before the surgery, with all of with all this acne and craters and all of this shit in her face. And this woman is the face of the Me Too movement, which says men shouldn't sexually assault women. And the woman who's leading it is so damn ugly, bitch. If a nigga is sexually assaulting you, bitch, you need to be happy. Cause you so ugly, most motherfuckers wouldn't even touch you. But this is who white people made the face of the Me Too movement, and she's the loudest voice on the surviving R. Kelly documentary. That is a minstrel show. It's a minstrel show. That ugly ass woman is the face of it. Then they go and roll out Lena McLean, the music teacher. Now y'all know they, you know that if you really sitting over there looking at her, you like, those of y'all who in the medical field, y'all go back and look at it and y'all come back and tell me what y'all think. Lena McLean look like she got a little early onset dementia in that surviving R. Kelly, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. She look like she got early onset dementia in that surviving R. Kelly minstrel show. I can't call it a documentary. It's a minstrel show. They look like they didn't roll her up out of whatever you go to before you hit hospice. Okay. They look like they done rolled her up out of hospice and brought her in there and they asked her questions. And you got all of these black parents who are sitting up in here and I always give y'all black references. So go watch The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Because all of these parents are really like the spook who sat by the door, man. Like, if you really look at it, you see all of them are basically trying to tell each one of them. They are all over here trying to tell so that they can get extra brownie points with massa. They all like this is some real roots chicken George type bullshit. It's really it's really sick. It's really sick. He's sick. These parents are sick. This is some sick shit. And then when you look at it, to go back to the parenting for a minute, what we found out in the trial transcripts is these women were smearing themselves with shit, getting pissed on. You know what I'm saying? Your womb or your pussy is supposed to be for one man and one man only. You feel me? So this man who you supposed to be in love and infatuated with asks you to fuck nephew and you did it and you smeared shit on yourself to arouse this person, something is off with the parenting. Okay. I don't give a fuck what age you is. 15, 16, how old they say Asriel is. 17 in 9 months or 11 months and so many days, or 17 and 8 months. It's enough to know I don't want shit rubbed on me. Okay. All right. Listen, my daughter 5, and they couldn't talk her into that. She would be like, "Oh no, no, you're not gonna poop on me." She know that at 5 years old. So you mean to tell me that your parenting was correct and your daughter is reports of your daughter rubbing and smearing shit on you? That's a lack of fucking parenting. But you can't sit by idly and entertain somebody who's telling you Hey, help me support keeping this no nothing ass bitch afloat for one more month. Or 2 more months. Or 3 more months. Or 4 more months. No, man, you can't keep them afloat. Let them drown. They are a detriment to the black community, man. These girls are a detriment to the black community because what they gonna do? They gonna go out here when it's time to get the titties redone and the boobs and the ass redone and the man still in jail. You either gonna find a new trick to pay for it, or you gonna have to you gonna have to do something to pay for it. You know, they gonna flat back it. They gonna run into something and create kids that are just as fucked up as they grandparents, just as fucked up as they parents, and they gonna fuck up the black community, man. So listen, I know y'all tired of hearing me talking. I'm about to go on ahead and get up out of here, but I just wanted to come on here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that shit. Till the next one. Peace. Y'all be easy.